Hey guys.
Hey guys, we're just at Starbucks recording a little video for you on some food issues, and so we're going to be swapping the camera back and forth. But here's your next video.
So half the battle is getting into the gym and exercising, but the other portion is nutrition, and we're going to kind of briefly go over what paleo is, what style of eating we recommend for you to not only get the benefits of like how you want to look and feel, but also like health-wise too. So paleo nutrition is going back to what our ancestors ate back in the day. They ate real food. So think about like all that processed stuff that is put on our society with fast foods on every corner, processed things that are made out of boxes. So real simple, just think about if I'm eating something that has a nutrition label on it, probably not paleo. So going back to eating whole foods is a real quick, easy way to kind of decipher what should I put in my body and what should I just leave out. So again, that's important on so many levels, but that's basically what I want you guys to just decipher. I'm losing my thought here. We can cut this out hopefully, but paleo is basically eating meats, vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, and then trying to cut out and eliminating the sugars as much as possible. Lou's going to kind of go over that a little more in depth, and I'm going to be the good cop today and kind of tell you some things. Or am I the good cop or are you the bad cop?
You're the good cop.
I'm the good cop, okay. And we're just going to go over that in a little bit more detail.
Guys, bad cop here today. We are going to talk about the things that you don't get to eat. So we do not want to bombard you with a whole bunch of stuff right at the very beginning. So what we are going to ask you to do is cut out any kind of like nasty sugar that you're eating, whether you've got drinking sodas, juices, candy. If you're doing a whole bunch of artificial stuff like diet soda and all that kind of stuff, we're going to really ask you to kind of cut that out, get rid of it, throw it away, get it out of your home. Any kind of like goodies, Oreos, all that kind of stuff. You guys are going to be way better off if you just get that stuff out of your house. If it's not there, you don't see it. If it's not there, you don't get to eat it. Or you got to get off the couch to go to the store to go get it. So we're going to ask you to get rid of that stuff. If you can think about cutting out all that white starchy stuff. So, again, not asking you to go cold turkey right now, but if we can get you to not be eating chips and crackers and french fries and all of that, anything that's white and starchy, and after you eat it and you eat a whole bunch of it, your stomach gets a little bit bloated, that's the kind of stuff we're talking about, okay? So, let's see, what else? Did I forget anything? Oh, yeah. And dairy is another thing we're going to ask you to try and cut down on. I know it's going to be a little bit hard for some of you guys because you love that dairy. But dairy basically causes a shot up in the insulin, which is body fat storage. Okay, we'll go over that all later. But if you guys can work on cutting out the dairy, maybe just less. Okay, and again, we're not asking you to go cold turkey right now because we want you guys to be successful. We want you to get this. We want to understand it and really comprehend it. So we're not going to say go all cold turkey, but we do want you to be aware of this. And if you are doing a bunch of sugar and candy and soda and all that kind of stuff, we're going to ask you to cut it out, all right? Because your performance will get better. And if you can just cut out that kind of stuff, like poundage down a lot. So I am done with my bad cop stuff, and Austin's going to go over a little bit more stuff that you can have.
Now I'm here to tell you the foods that you can have. Taking a look at proteins, so those macronutrients of protein, carbs, and fats. Proteins is food that had a soul, a face, and a mother. So beans and nuts that say on the packaging that have some protein, your body just doesn't get that glucagon. And soy, your body just doesn't get that glucagon response. Your body's not going to stimulate a hormone called glucagon, and we can go into that a little bit more in depth, but your body needs to have protein that comes from a soul, a face, and a mother. So, beans, soy, almonds, things that have some type of protein in it It's just a different type. It's not what your body can simulate and help repair broken down muscle tissue and repair cells and things like that. So proteins like fish, chicken, you've got red meats and pork. All that stuff is a good source of protein that we need you guys to start implementing into your diet. Vegetables and fruit. Okay, vegetables, you guys can fill up on those things. Greens like green beans, broccoli, asparagus, all those things, salad, spinach, all that stuff, bell peppers, mushrooms, all that. Fill up on that. Fruit, it does have some natural sugar, fructose in that, so limit to 2 to 3 a day would be perfect. There are some fruits that are a little bit lower on the glycemic index, like your melons, your watermelon, your berries, your raspberries and blueberries, all the way down to like your mangoes and your tropical fruits that are going to be a little more higher in sugar for you. That would be your fibrous carbohydrates. Again, Lou said we wanted you to cut out your starchy carbs, like your white breads and things like that, your rices. But again, not cold turkey. Do the best that you can, okay? Last but not least, and very, very important, is fats, okay, guys? Fats aren't bad. Like, fats are good. Just because we eat fat doesn't make us fat, okay? Your body, when we eat fat, is kind of a neutral buffer for your body. It's not going to spike your insulin levels. It's not going to drop your insulin levels. It's going to kind of ease in with your blood sugar level. So, fats, coconut, great source of fat for your body. Nuts and seeds, so almonds, macadamia nuts, hazelnuts, just a couple of names there. Great source of fat. Also looking at like avocados, like I don't know about you, but that's like butter from the gods for me. I eat like 2 or 3 a day, so just increase your fats because we're asking you to decrease your starchy carbohydrates. So kind of balancing out the caloric intake, which we can go into later, is important. So we're cutting out our carbs, increasing our fats. It's going to help burn some of that bad fat, help stimulate some of that fat in our body that we can start using for fuel in our workouts. Let's see, and then olive oil is a great source of fat for us. And I think that's pretty much it. So that's the stuff that you can start to implement into your diet. And if you have any questions, we're going to cover. Oh, yeah.